Hey guys, good afternoon. It's 7:04 p.m. on January 1st, 2025. Welcome to the new year. My name is Zach Bowman, and we are going to talk about some things that I find interesting, some things that I think potentially might make me some money in the future. And yeah, I'm going to take a risk and see what happens. If you've watched any of my other videos, you know that I am trying to figure out a way to propel my life forward in 2025. Um, some of my big goals are losing a lot of weight, monetizing myself, um, continuing to build content, create content, buy a sports car in the future, and just have a good time working. So appreciate you guys checking out my videos, and I hope you are excited to hit your 2025 goals as well. When we look at Bitcoin right now, the fair price calculator should have Bitcoin at $84.4 thousand. We're currently overvalued at 12% right now at 94K. Anything above $35,000 is good. And I think I'm going to take a step back and say I'm not, there's no more predictions. I'm just going to state the facts when I talk about this stuff. I don't know what it's going to do. I don't care what it's going to do. I think it's going to go up in the future, not financial advice. I'm treating this as a savings account. I think it's going to grow. I'm not telling you to invest in it. I'm not telling you not invest in it. All I'm doing is trying to educate myself every night, make a documentary and a biography of what I'm doing to try to improve my life daily. And I think this asset is going to be interesting long term, not financial advice. Again, like I said just a second ago, I've gotten some feedback from my friends and family, and yeah, I'm not pushing Bitcoin on anybody anymore. Um, this is solely an educational channel of me educating myself, talking about what I see. None of this is financial advice. I could lose all my money that I have invested in this, and I don't want that to happen to you. So, just to start off the new year, this is not financial advice. I don't recommend you do anything that I do. I recommend you talk to your financial advisor instead, who's probably only making you 8 to 20% on your money a year, and just stick to the status quo and stick to what works, because if it's working for you, don't try to fix something that's already fine. What I know is I like challenging the status quo. I like being a defector. I like trying to figure out different ways to get the same thing done in a more efficient and through the path of least resistance. So I think saving in cash and fiat, your money is just burning. Holding some money in Bitcoin, I think it potentially could appreciate, not financial advice. And it'll be interesting to see what happens if we, one, start doing a strategic Bitcoin reserve starting this month. We're going to see other countries start to adopt this. I don't know, exactly what's going to happen. I'm not predicting the future. This is just what I think logically is going to happen, just in terms of what BlackRock is doing, what Fidelity is doing, what El Salvador is doing, what MicroStrategy is doing, what all these other companies are adding Bitcoin to their balance sheet. Why would smart money add something that's not going to make them money? I don't necessarily think it's even trying to make money at this point. I think it's just trying not to lose money. You buy a brand new car, your money depreciates. What happens if the housing market goes down? I mean, buy a house for $1 million and it goes down 200 grand. That's not fun. Bitcoin could go down. I think overall long term though, investing in an asset that has a limited supply is going to be better for preserving your wealth. And I'm going to take that risk. So, as we talked about in my 2025 plan video, we are going to invest $50 a day, DCA, into Bitcoin. And I'm going to do it right now. All right, so we're going to go to and I'll make a video on the exchanges that I think are good in the future. But as I said, this is not a financial advice channel. You can do your own research and figure out what exchange you like to use your stuff on, or like to buy your crypto on, or you can just reach out and ask me and I'll tell you. But I'm not going to recommend one or not recommend the other. They all each have their pros and cons. Okie dokie. So if we look on, okay, so we're looking at the exchange right now, and I'm not going to show this to you because I obviously don't want you to see what's on my phone. But I'm going to go to portfolio. I'm going to go to buy. I'm going to click Bitcoin. Buy now. $50. Let me make sure I have the right account. $50. Okay, so $50. Think about that. That's, a meal for Chipotle, a polo shirt, going out to dinner. I don't know how much you spent last night on drinks for New Year's Eve for people you may or may have not known, and or how much money you spent on Ubers. So for me not going out last night, for me not drinking, for me just hanging with my buddy and not spending money that I didn't need to spend. I had dinner, I spent money on dinner, but I didn't spend money on drinks. I didn't spend money on Ubers. I think it's fair for me to spend $50 on an asset that I think might go up in the future. So with $50, I am buying 0.000051714 Bitcoin. I'm going to click next. I have a 50-cent fee. I'm going to swipe to confirm. And we can see that on Wednesday, January 1st, at approximately 7:13 to 7:14 p.m., I bought $50 worth of Bitcoin. 0.0005171 Bitcoin. So, what we're going to do is we are going to go to our hypothetical retirement calculator. That this is not financial advice. This is based on numbers of the past. This is similar to what you might use with your Roth IRA. or your 401k or any other type of calculator that you use to try to predict what you're going to financially be worth from a retirement perspective as you continue to build your wealth. So if we look at this, we're going to put in 0.005171 Bitcoin. 3 zeros. Okay. So what we can see is, hypothetically, not financial advice, this is an exercise for myself and myself only, 0.000571 Bitcoin. I want to turn this into $1 million in 2060. In order for that to happen, Bitcoin would need to grow by 30% year over year for the next 25 plus years to get there. Again, none of this is financial advice. We're looking at 49% growth in the year 2040 through March 2024. 2023, we saw 156%. 2015, 35%. Granted, we have our shit year every 4 years after 2020, 2018, 2022. 2026 is going to suck. Not financial advice. I don't know. I read or I watched a video today that talked about like the power law and like, again, I don't know how it's going to go up. I don't know how it's going to go down. All charts and models eventually break at some point. So everything I'm saying is not financial advice. All I'm saying is, why is an asset going up over 50% multiple times throughout its short lifetime? You have to give credit to where credit is due. So 35% seems reasonable. It happened in 2015. If it happens, that $50 that I invested tonight that you spent at the bar instead last night might potentially make me $1 million. Not financial advice. So I'm trying to think differently and allocate money to work for me in the future. And I'm sure a lot of you guys have done that already, and that's awesome. I just want my money to work for me in the future. And I want to be able to do what I want when I want, do the type of work that I want when I want. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see where this goes. So if we times $50 a day into Bitcoin times 365, that gives us $0.188 Bitcoin. When we put that value in, so hypothetically, guys, when I make a YouTube video every night and record myself buying $50 worth of Bitcoin every day in a 365-day period next year, I'm going to have 0.1887415 Bitcoin. Almost worth $20,000. So This is like maxing out your Roth IRA or your 401k. So when we look at, Zach, where might this go in the future in a year? When we calculate, hold on one second, I gotta go to the bathroom. Yeah. So if a $20,000 investment holds true and the Bitcoin itself grows 12.17%, you're going to have hypothetically $1 million in the year 2060. And that's with minimal growth potential. I'm not trying to this is not a get rich quick scheme. This is like sacrificing what you want now for what you want in 5 years. If we add another zero to the retirement goal, less than 20% growth, $20,000 into $10 million by the year 2060. Not financial advice. I don't know if this is going to work out. This is one stream of something trying to work out. And we're going to see if it happens. So with that being said, guys, I have something that I need to deal with. But we'll read some financial stats real quick on Americans that I pulled from ChatGPT. So, this is just, throwing things out there. I don't know if this is your situation. I don't know what you're dealing with. I don't know, where you're at in life. I know a lot of my peers are, in houses, having families, doing stuff. I'm kind of on a different route, and that's okay. And I'm trying to figure out my life, and I'm sure you're trying to figure out your life too, regardless of where you are. So the median household income is around 70K. The average savings is around 10K. Emergency savings, 40% of Americans would struggle to cover a $400 emergency. Credit card debt, the average household carries $5,500 worth of credit card debt. Student loan debt, 30 grand. Mortgage, 200 to 250K. 401k balance, 100K. That's pretty good. Net worth, 120K. Home ownership, 65%. Credit score around 700. Consumer debt exceeds 17 trillion. Stock market participation, medical debt, income equality. I mean, I'm gonna rage. So, yeah. When we look at a hypothetical $20,000 investment over a period of a year, not spending money on alcohol, not wasting money on Gucci bags, not wasting money on just stupid stuff. I go to the store and I see so much stupid stuff to spend my money on. I'd rather eat the best food, buy the best experience, buy the best car that holds its value. And yeah, I mean, maybe I just think differently. I don't know. I mean, $100 million by 2060, it's just got to grow 27%. I mean, it's crazy growth, but I mean, worst case, I turn 20 grand into 100 grand by, let's see if 2026, what would that be? Yeah. Bitcoin's not going to go that much. Yeah. It'd be crazy. But oh well. All right, well, I hope you guys have a great night. We will catch you on the next video. I encourage you to spend 10, 25, $50 on a stock that you like. Buy a fraction of a share. Get your money working for you. I'm trying to get my money working for me, and it'll be interesting to see if what happens with Bitcoin. So, not financial advice. Do your own research. Don't listen to what I'm saying. I just think overall, smart money's doing it, so I'm going to try. So, have a great night. We'll catch you tomorrow.